A solution showcase, and for that, the topic will be leveraging drones for enhanced disaster. And for that, I would like to invite Dr. Mukta Girdhar, Senior Consultant DDMA. So let's have a huge round of applause for her, everyone. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for giving me a chance. And I would like to give the special thanks to the organizer of Drone Expo. My topic is, as you know, there's leveraging drone technology to enhance disaster resilience. As I am working in the field of disaster management, so this is a very core, or you can say insight from my heart. I have written training manuals on the drone mapping 2 years back. It's a 5-day training manual for drone mapping. Before to move further for the disaster, just I would like to give you a brief idea about the vulnerability profile of India. As you know that the topography of India, if you go on the northern side, yeah, the upper side, Himalayan range, the whole range, it is vulnerable to earthquake. And the second map where you can see a blue color, this blue color where the India is vulnerable to cyclone and sometimes tsunami also. India is also vulnerable to flood. Here you can see the middle range of India and the otherwise, and the next slide where you can see the vulnerable area of landslide. That is detected, indicated in the three area which is by the green colors. Just I wanted to give you the little bit idea about the economic loss due to the natural disaster in India. It is very huge, and we need to give special attention how we can reduce. Here the technology come, be it a drone, be it a geospatial, be it AI or any software solution. So as this is the drone expo, I would like to give you a more focus. As before to move further, even I have given you the idea about where the Indian plate is vulnerable to different kind of disaster, be it a natural or man-made. Then the second point comes the disaster management. When we talk about the disaster management, it includes three, or you can say the disaster management cycle. Here we used to work before the disaster, after the disaster, and when the disaster struck. These are the three areas where we can work. And not only the we, but there are so many agencies, UN organization, NGO, they all are working together to minimize the impact. So I think why we use drone, there are different sectors, different departments where response, category, capacity developments, equipment procurement, and number of things. In every part we can use drone. So why we use drone? Because when disaster struck, we need the data immediately to manage, to give the rescue, to give the relief, the people who are suffer from the disaster. And that is a golden time. Idea is to save lives of livestock as soon as possible. And for that time, we could not wait for the satellite image. We have to go for the drone. It is easy to deploy, it is cheap, and we will get data then and there immediately. So we have some issues, and I think my previous speakers, they have talked about different issues, legal issues, and other whatever the safety measures. So I'm not going to discuss about that details. Where we can use a drone, the first one thing is the situational awareness, logistics, and evacuation. The moment we will fly the drone, we know how much area has been damaged, where we need to focus, which area people are highly suffered and where we have to start our evacuation activities. This one is a image, as you know, that last year Delhi has faced a, it's a video, please. Last year, Delhi, we have faced an unprecedented flood. I think you people who are from Delhi, they might have gone through and they don't know how much area have been covered. But if you see this, you will come to know. This is a drone mapping which especially irrigation and flood control department they have done by the drone. Just go through and see the damage. शायद आप लोगों ने सोचा नहीं होगा कि लास्ट ईयर दिल्ली में फ्लड इतना ज्यादा स्प्रेड आउट था. See, this is ORB bridge, old railway bridge. Each area where you can see it is a different area. I think this is the way we'll have a exact information, exact idea how much spread was there and how much damage is there, where we need to evacuate the people. So this is a very good application of drone which was very quick and immediate. The second one where we can use drone for the logistics and supply delivery. It's very effective because, and personally I feel that the last year when the flood was there, a person who is because there was very quick rise of water, a person he just climbed up into a temple roof and he was stuck there for 7 days, and we came to know very late that the person is stuck, and then immediately we provide the boat and evacuated to him. But if we have used drone, I think we can provide them a food and the medicine. Very again it is a video. Here, this drone is used in the foreign country, and I especially wish it has to be implemented in India. Here, a person who got the heart attack, and his daughter, she gives a call to emergency operation. The moment they received the call on the phone, they got her location with the GPS, and immediately they flew the drone, and with the drone they're watching on the screen and they are giving the idea to her ki what next step she has to take. She immediately rushed to the drone which is equipped by the injection. She took this drone and same time she was directed on the phone. She rushed to her father. She give her an injection and whatever the treatment she can directed by the people, she gave them, and the person he has survived and she is able to save his life. So it's very effective, and I personally feel the people who are in the drone manufacturing, please look in to this line because we are living in Delhi, which is very chaos, too much traffic, and immediate attention is very, very difficult. So many times I personally feel the ambulance when struck, ambulance people, they might be shaken, but at the same time I also shook and I pray to the God, please they should give the idea quickly. Then extinguishing of forest fire, it's very quick, large amount of forest fire not only in the India, it's globally happening, and which really impacting the ecology and supporting the climate change, which we need to reduce. Fire people, fire department, for the high rise building, we can use the drone. This one is a new technique which coming up in the Germany, and you all have aware in the Surat incidents, where the fire was there in the coaching institute, and the student they just jump out from the window. But in the drone, we can provide such type of sheet which go quickly within 2 minutes to that building, and people who want to jump, they can jump, and this sheet can bear 100 to 150 kilogram weight, and they very smoothly they bring down the person. So I think this is a very good solution which India can provide through the drone. This one is again a video which I don't want to run, because you might have seen the demo of this by the ARG organization which is there in the exhibition. I request all of you to just go through how a fire truck load ladders along with the drone can control fire. We can use this drone for the CBRN attack also. And once the disaster struck, it's very difficult to see through the eyes. When we fly the drone, we know which road we need to take, where are the blockage. The same way, I think we can take the support from the drone. We can take support drone from the search and rescue, and to know the people who are under the debris. Now the question arises, how drone can take support? We can take support from the drone. The answer is, most of the people, 99% of the people, they are carrying cell phone. So there is some technology, some sensor which can catch the vibration of phone, and we can feel the person is under the debris. NDRF people, they are using this technology, and they have saved near about say a 9-month old child which she was under the debris in the Nepal earthquake, and that too after 6 days. The mother, she hold her baby in such a way that she died, but the child was survived. And for the communication system, most of the time disasters, whenever the disaster struck, communication stopped. We can fix up the dongle and use this technology for to reestablish the communication. Then waste management, it is a very biggest issue for the Delhi and so many countries, so many states. I personally feel that drone has to work. We can go for the surveillance agency, surveillance for any disaster. This one is another video which there a small child, he was away from his parents and he forget which way he has to go. Then the people, then the police, how they have been search that small kids.
Lost in the woods. Her name is Manon. She got lost a couple of hours ago.
The dog's going to be on one side, and all the one by foot going to be on the other side.
So they started searching, but they won't be able to get. Then they again fly the drone and they just mark the GPS location, and then they directed their police officers, you can go on that direction, and they quickly get this, got the kid, where got the location of the kid. So that is how drone is also helpful. We can conduct the investigation. This is aeroplane accident which was happened in flew Dubai passenger plane in Roston on Don on March 19, 2016, where the drone has been used to see how much area the damage was there, and it has been covered. So these are the few area where we can work to reduce economic loss, to reduce the impact of disaster, and maybe before the disaster we can see where the encroachment, which area is vulnerable, and how we can reduce the vulnerability. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful session, ma'am. Once again, let's have a huge round of applause for her, everyone.